In this next video, I'd like to jump to page 143, and I'd like to look at a couple of the practice problems, right? They're going to give us some information, and we're going to be tasked with writing the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. And then notice it says, if possible. So perhaps some of these we can't write an equation of a line. So let's give it a shot. We'll start with number 7. So anytime you see equation of line, you right away have to start thinking of y equals mx plus b. And your first task is to find m. Second task would be find b. So for number 7, they give us m. So right away I can write y equals negative 4x plus b. So what am I missing? I'm missing the b. So I don't know b, but I do know an x and a y. So I can sub in 1 for y and negative 1 for x to find b. So I'm left with 1 equals negative 4 times negative 1 plus b. See what I did there? I just substituted the values in. So now I'm left with 1 equals 4 plus b. I subtract 4 from both sides. Whoa, the pen went crazy. I subtract 4 from both sides to get negative 3 equals b. So now I know what my b is. I was given m. So if I add m and b to y equals mx plus b, I'm left with y equals negative 4x minus 3. Right? The minus 3 was my b. The negative 4 was my m. So that's the equation of the line, and this is in slope-intercept form. So I'll leave this up for a minute, and if you want to copy this into your notes, great. I'm going to erase this before I get to number 8. Okay, number 8 is a little tricky. Okay, we were given m is 0, right? So we know m is 0, but it says passing through the point negative 1, 1. So remember, a line with a 0 slope is a horizontal line, right? So we just have to figure out what this is going to look like. Right, if I was trying to graph this, negative 1, 1 might be over here, and a line with a 0 slope would be horizontal, right? So graph might look something like that. So the equation of that horizontal line, well, let's do it. So our m is 0, so I know y equals 0x plus b, right? Because m was given as 0, and now I know my x and my y, so now I have 1 equals 0 times negative 1 plus b, or just 1 equals b. So I know my b is 1 and my m was given at 0. So when I do y equals mx plus b, I do y equals 0x plus 1, or y equals 1. All right, so that's a horizontal line through 1. And that's kind of what I did in my sketch here. Okay. All right, let's try another one. Let's try number 11. Okay, so for number 11, they did not give us m, right? So we have to find m, then we need to find b. All right, so how do we find n? Well, we're given 2 points, so I can do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so that's going to look something like negative 1 minus a negative 1 over 5 minus 2. And this ends up giving us a 0 over 3, which equals 0. So our slope is 0. And now for our b, well, again, if we know y equals mx plus b, we can use any one of these points. I can use this point or this point for my x and my y. So I'll use this point. I'll put in negative 1 for y. My slope is 0. I'll put in the 5, right, for x, plus b. So you can see negative 1 equals b, right? Because 5 times 0 is 0. So if I know m and I know b, I can write y equals 0x plus b, which is negative 1. Oops, negative 1. Or you get y equals negative 1. Okay? I think I have time for one more. I'm going to squeeze in number 12. So for number 12, again, we don't know m and we do not know b, but we do know y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is equal to m. So right away, I'm going to do 4 minus a minus 1 over 6 minus a minus 4. All right. So minus minus becomes plus, so that's a 5. And on the bottom, we get plus becomes a 10. So it looks like the slope is 1/2. Right, so we know m. Now we have to find b. So if I were to write y equals 1/2 x plus b, we can sub in either of these 2 points, either this one or this one, into my x and y. So my x is the 6 and my y is the 4. So I'm going to write 4 equals 1/2. My x was 6 plus b. So now I'm left with 4. What's half of 6? Half of 6 is 3 plus b. Subtract 3. You get 1 equals b. Okay, so if I know m and I know b, I can write y equals mx plus b. That's your answer for number 12. On the next page, I believe there's a summary. I'd like you to definitely work through this summary. It's good practice. Check the answers in the back of the book. If you have questions, as always, let me know, and I'll work with you on Zoom. Thank you for watching.